Okay, everyone, so I had posted this photo on a photo site, and I had someone ask me to make a tutorial on how I got this effect. Now, if you were to YouTube this effect, I'm sure that there's going to be other ways of doing it, but this is the easiest way that I know how, and this is what we're going to do. So I don't have these two photos anymore because I don't save them, but I am going to do something similar to this. So I'm going to put Photoshop, which I have Photoshop CC 2014, and I'm going to go up to File and open those two photos. Also, if I go a little too fast, please, pause, rewind, the whole 9 yards. That way, I don't know how to slow down. So we're going to get that one opened. Sorry, my computer's running a little slow. And then we're going to open the other one. Okay, so we're going to start out with this picture first. This is the one that we're going to put onto this one right here. And you want to go up to your quick select tool and highlight that, make sure that it's positive. And now what you're going to do is you're just going to click on the photo that you want to remove. And this, of course, is my daughter. Now, you can be a little more detail oriented with your photo. I'm just going to go ahead and just click everything that I want. Let me lower this just a little bit. All of this area right here, you can, not click it and not have it highlighted. If you don't want to be patient, and it took me some time to learn how to do this, get everything perfect. But you can also use your delete tool in the next window after you put it over there. So, and I'll show you a little bit how to do that too when we get to that point. But okay, so there's the photo that I want to do. Now, I always like to make sure that my background, which is this color right here, is some bright color, and you'll see why here in a minute on the other screen. So we're going to hit Control X, which is to cut. And now we're going to come over to this screen and Control V, which is paste. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, you can easily go up here to your edit, and those are right there, and also the shortcuts are right there too. So yeah, she looks a little small. Depends on the size of your two photos. So what I would do is I would go down and hit Control T. That's the only way that I do know how to bring up this box is Control T. If you find an easier way, please share it, but Control T is the easiest. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom it to make it a little bigger, and I'm going to turn it so it looks like she legitimately was standing there with her, when we took the picture. So just a little bit more. Okay, right there. And then we're going to go ahead and hit enter, and the photo's going to be there. Now don't worry, we're not done yet. We're just going to move her off to the side just a little bit. And okay, okay, so here you can see that the other photo was there. Let's go over that real quick. What you can do is you can zoom in as close as you want, depending on how good your eyes are, and then adjust your eraser tool to the size that you want to use, and then just take your time and just erase it. That's all you got to do. So, but for this video, we're not going to go do that. I'm just going to, this way you kind of know what's going on. So over here on layer 1, we are going to hit the little I button over on the right. Like I said, your Photoshop might be different. It may be on top, it may be on the bottom. I'm not sure. It may be a different box, altogether. But go ahead and hit that I, and as you can see, that particular one disappears. Now you want to hit the original picture. Mine's called background. Some of them are original, whatnot. You don't need to do anything to it. So go back up here to your quick select tool and make sure that that's positive. I'm going to make this a little bigger so I can use it a little bit faster. So, and what you're going to do is you're going to click the portion of her body that you're going to want to legitimately remove. So you can put your subject into the background. So it kind of looks like she's behind him. Now, like I said, this is the easiest way that I personally know how to do this. If you can find a different way, or any of you that are watching this does find a different way to do it, you know, that's awesome. But this is the easiest way that I have found to do it without going through the whole thing. Okay, so let me one more. Okay, so there we go. Now this is where you would want to be just a little bit more detail oriented, because you want all of that all that background to stay there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control X again. That's cut. And as you can see, now it's purple. So go back over here to the layer 1, and you're going to highlight it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to highlight the layer 1. And I would say just maybe like 51. I'm going to do 54%. And we're going to move her into position where we want her. Now she's still a little slanted in my opinion, so I'm going to hit Control T and I'm going to tilt her just a little bit more. Maybe my camera was, and then hit Enter. Maybe my camera was just, you know, not right. So. And when I've got her exactly where I kind of want her, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control V, which is paste. And as you can see, there is the rest of her body. So the move tool is already in place. And this is where that colored background comes into play. When you move her body back into place, you can move it to where you don't see, as you can tell. Now, I mean, you can go a little more detailed than, you know, what I'm doing here, but let's see what I've got. But you can see where, you know, you have to play with it. Now, on another one that I did to test this, I had to hit Control T again. For some reason, I'm not 100% sure, and I had to kind of bring it out. I'm not sure why that did that this time compared to my other times. I honestly can't tell you why, because like I said, I am by no means a professional when it comes to Photoshop. But that's kind of why I like the dark background, so compared to the photos, so I can kind of see where everything is when I put it back together. So, but as you can see, it's all gone, and you can take your time, hit pause, or, you know, not pause, but hit save, and that is how I make that photo. So, like I said, if you can find it easier somewhere else, more power to you, but this is the easiest way that I learned how to do it. Alright, great. Bye.